This is your editor speaking. I apologize for the audio. Russell and Ben are idiots.
You are now entering the prism.
Very special episode. And I don't know exactly which one this is, because I'm on the fence. I think we might need to delete the last one, because it was just bad.
It was 3 hours and it was bad.
It was really
It
bad.
was worse than the first one.
I don't want Jake to have to deal with it.
Mm-mm.
And I know he would, because he's a good person. And I feel I have a sense of responsibility to kind of shield him from that.
Like a father.
Not quite. I don't feel as though I will bring shame upon myself if he doesn't succeed in life. So I don't think that there's that fatherly side of it. Just as an attempt at being a decent human being.
I don't know what that's. I don't
So-
do that.
So this could be episode 24? Or it could be 23. So we're going to call it
we could be
23
wrong
and a
on
half.
both.
No,
And
absolutely not.
We'll find out when it comes out.
I am the Great Oz. And also
This is the
that means
episode
person
after the
behind
last
computer.
one you heard.
Yeah, this is that one. This is that. Do you have any grand wisdom to impart upon us? Grand wisdom. I didn't realize it sounds a little hoodie.
Grand Wizard wisdom.
Oh man, we're starting it off so soon.
But not soon enough. Listeners, I don't know where this is going.
just play it by ear. Okay, I have one, but I think I've already used it.
Okay.
A breadwinner implies the existence of a bread loser. And if I already gave you that one, I enjoy it to such a high degree, you're just going to have to deal with it. If you're mad about it, you don't get one this week. I take that other one back from you.
Shorts imply the existence of longs.
Britney Spears implies the existence of Britney Sword.
Or Britney Shield.
Or Britney Shield.
Or Britney Bow and Arrow.
Yes.
Or Britney Gun.
I think that's enough. So
David Bowie implies the existence of David Sordy.
There we go. Now we're starting to catch some traction here. So this is a very special episode, ladies and gentlemen.
Ben is coming out. Oh boy, that's some.
What's that?
It's paint thinner.
Yeah, it is.
Ben
It's in a
just,
paint thinner container.
Ben just set a can of paint thinner on the table. I hate that shit.
Oh, you've had it?
Oh yeah.
Please tell me.
This
Tell me
is
more about it.
Stillhouse, America's finest.
Exactly. This is the best we have to offer.
It's whiskey that comes in a paint thinner can because
You
it's
like
paint
whiskey.
thinner. I was told one time by our fat white friend with a Mexican last name.
Oh no.
I had mentioned, I was like, what's your favorite whiskey? He goes, I drink paint thinner. You know, it's the real stuff. Stillhouse. So I was like, okay, I'll try it. That's not it's not something to be brag about. It's like you
It's
have
just-
just bad taste is what
Yeah, and you're proud of it.
it's a gimmick. It's like being really proud of a gimmick. I don't even know how to That's not what chicken should look like.
That's gross.
It's clear. It looks like the inside of an orange.
Ladies and gentlemen, we had a rough day. It wasn't supposed to be as bad as it was.
Listen to this sound. I'm scraping what was supposed to be a cooked chicken.
It's very cooked now.
My wife just put it in the microwave for a minute. My wife I saved her from those leftovers. I was going to come in and say I stole my wife's Buffalo Wild Wings.
How gallant of you.
But I think I just saved her life and endangered mine just by taking that single bite. I'm surprised I didn't chip a fucking tooth.
Yeah. This is what came out of David's sling. And Glen's like,
Right? This is one of the 7 smooth or 12 smooth or stones that David got out of that fucking river.
oh man. You know, maybe it was an aneurysm. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe that's
it's
how they got it.
Maybelline.
Probably. But yeah, listeners, this is it's the birthday episode,
The second one.
but not mine.
Mine.
So at his request, at Russell's request, we have selected our first brew for the day.
Cooper F5. I
Yep.
love to hate this beer.
I have very fond memories of it. Is that a penis?
Where?
Rotate the can on the very top. It looks like a short penis.
No, it's wheat.
Oh, it's twisted wheat.
Yeah.
Never mind. False alarm, guys.
I like the. There's. You can make my thoughts into words. I like the new Dodge shifter knob style logos that they have on the top of going around the top of their can.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
with the little
dash icons.
Yeah.
Like the check engine light that they have.
and they have.
It's like, hey, your seatbelt's not on, by
It's
the
a
way.
cool thing, listeners, and you can't know what I'm talking about because I'm retarded.
Jake, can you put the little icons, the little
No, Ben.
trouble
That is
check
your
engine
John.
lights from the Coupe F5 can on the screen for them?
This is not a video.
Not yet. No, you didn't even record that. Oh yeah, we don't have to anymore.
No, I don't have
Jake
to
is-
anymore. Jake
Got
has
that handled.
and it's probably going to be going on for a long time before this episode even comes out. We got a pour sound.
Yeah, we do. So you're gonna wash down your chicken shards with the Coupe F5,
The perfect pairing.
and you're also going to follow it with some mochi ice cream.
Yes. Well, I brought that in because I was hoping it would bring out your inner weeb, and you really were not reactive at all.
Well, it's such a normal part of my life that it was.
Target
not-
just fucking sells mochi as if it's just a thing you can do.
yeah.
It's fucked up.
What do you mean?
I want that to be special.
It is special when you eat it as a treat, like I clearly do not.
My wife just started buying it, and now every time we go, we get like 4 boxes.
Are they like really cheap or something?
No, I don't look at prices when I grocery shop. I just get them because we're already going to Target. Because my wife is white, and you know what? I don't blame her because I can't go back to Walmart after going to Target. I really just can't.
Yeah, that's a rough transition. It's a really rough transition.
Yeah, it's like walking. It's like
someone gives you shoes, like, and then halfway through a marathon, they ask you to wear flip flops, and you're like, I know we get to wear shoes. I'm not gonna. This isn't in the rule book. I don't have to subject myself to this.
It's like being at a spa, right? And then as you walk out of the door of the spa, you step on a rake like a goddamn cartoon, and the handle hits you in the face. That's what going from Target to Walmart is.
And then ask to check your bag.
Yeah.
Ask to check your receipt. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, they're not the only ones that do that. Cause,
I know, but they seem to be more aggressive.
can I go through the list of people that have put happy birthday posts on my Facebook page? Because
Not
it's
me.
kind of retarded.
Because I'm a bad friend.
I won't name them by name, but I will name them in association.
Okay.
Because the association to me is what matters. Just give me 1 sec while I pull that up.
My F5 rating is the best beer ever. I don't like the way it tastes, but it does take me back to a better time, better days.
So
This is my concert beer.
The first person who sent me, he posted, "Happy birthday." And this was 14 hours ago. Now, I can't do the math in particular, but I can tell you that I woke up to that notification being on my phone already. So he was, and it was the first person to post this on my timeline today. Now, this man is retired. No, he's not retired. He was a firefighter. Now he works in the fire department, more as an office job because they kick you out after a certain amount of time.
Right.
A camp counselor of mine, and before our new karate master, he was my Zen idol.
Oh man.
Now none of our listeners know this person, but.
And I don't know that I do.
No, you've never met him before. Look at his name and tell me not the coolest motherfucking name for a white guy.
That is fantastic.
Okay? That's him.
He seems like a cool guy.
He's a yoga instructor on the side.
He doesn't... Yeah, he looks like a yoga instructor, but he also doesn't look like the type of guy that's going to be up that early. He looks like the type of guy that'd be up way too early, like to beat the sun, being trendy and jogging. He's like, I want to wake up.
Yeah, he rides a Harley, too.
That guy he breaks as many stereotypes as me, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, I love that man. So that one's not weird. I just wanted to show you that man. Okay.
It's a little weird.
Next person, my mom's cousin, who I haven't seen in about 12 years. Next person, my senior year chemistry teacher, who me and 5 other people in my chemistry class ran out of our district by being the worst students ever. She says, "Happy birthday!" ! I don't feel bad for what I did.
You do it again.
The statute of limitations have passed. And Facebook's not loading, so we'll move on. But there's some weird ones. So we'll get to them eventually.
That's good. That's good.
I got one from a Russian foreign exchange student.
You knew them personally?
I never had a single conversation with the boy. I don't even remember what year he was there for at my school, but he was in my class. I think it was my senior year, but again, I don't fucking know. And he sends me happy birthday every year, and I never exchanged a single word with the boy.
Do you reciprocate the happy birthday?
Absolutely not. I don't go on Facebook.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand that. I felt a sense of guilt, honestly, when my birthday struck, because everyone came out of the woodworks.
Exactly.
And I was like,
it's ridiculous.
I'm not going to reciprocate this.
My 7th grade social studies teacher.
And it's not because I don't like these people. It's just I don't care about Facebook that much.
But look at that foreign exchange student's name and tell me that's not the coolest fucking Russian name you've ever had.
Yeah, that's Romanov right there.
Yeah.
It's Romanov levels of good name.
It's just, look, people that use Facebook, when you see that it's one of your Facebook friends' birthday, don't post on their timeline. I know Facebook guilts you into doing it, but like
they also guilt you into creating a donation.
It makes people feel uncomfortable, especially if you don't know that person at all, or you haven't seen that person in forever and you've lost touch. It doesn't matter if there's, it doesn't matter if it was a mutual losing touch. If you don't actively talk to that person and you're not family, it's a little fucking weird.
I don't know if weird is the right word, but I don't know.
It's very obviously insincere.
Yeah. And I think that, and there's 2 ways for it to be received if you think too much about it, and we do. Mm-hmm. Either I'm thinking that you just happen to be up and going through, and one of your close friends happen to have a birthday that's nearby. Mm-hmm. And so you went to the notification thing, and then out of sympathy or guilt, you went ahead and
This Facebook friend also
go
has a
ahead-
birthday today.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and tell them real quick because I also like them. Or we're led to assume the opposite, where you've just been lurking and waiting for us to acknowledge you for such an extreme amount of time. And this is the one opportunity for you to force us to acknowledge that you exist.
Exactly.
And sometimes that's uncomfortable because I get in my own head and those conclusions don't stop.
Especially when he's a Russian sleeper.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I'm thinking
What
that
type of
Alpha
person
Pennyworth-
joins a foreign exchange program?
Someone who's bored. Someone who actually wants to go out and do things. Someone who's doesn't have many friends in their home base.
Can I do that as an adult?
Somebody who wants to hit a hard reset button.
Can I go
And
to
act
a
like
Russian
a cool
high
kid.
school as a foreign exchange student as a 24, 25 question mark year old?
You could.
What are you saying?
Deceit. If you shaved your face, you might be able to sneak in, and they'd be like, "This guy's a little weird, but whatever."
He was a little bit. No, they know it automatically. They go, this guy seems a little downtrodden. I think he's graduated.
Yeah, the sadness. I can smell the sadness. The
I
stink
can,
of
I can smell
sorrow.
the 9 to 5 on him.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
this guy smells of overtime.
Too much voluntary overtime. This guy smells of pencil pushing. And not for the state testing. This guy smells of keyboard sweat that's been passed down from employee to employee.
Oh, that's so gross. You know what's sad? Listeners,
That my
he's received
computer battery dies within minutes of me unplugging it.
robbing you of the actual opportunity to do your job and perform well. Yeah, that's sad. But also the keyboard that is drenched in like 8 different people's sweats that was passed down to you still works better than both of the keyboards that I received that are brand new out of the box. Like I'm saying,
I like the keyboard, the flat style keyboard.
it's stupid. I'm bringing one from home.
For a desktop computer, it's stupid, but I like that as a portable thing.
Right. That makes sense. But mine, it just keeps like double stroking keys. And the way that I conduct business is very professional. And when I send out messages and memos, it doesn't look good. It doesn't bode well. It doesn't represent me.
When
and
it's dear manager, can you forward this email?
Yeah, exactly. It's not Forrest Gump.
No, but who's the
It's,
kid with the crutches on South Park?
Jimmy or Timmy?
Yeah, Timmy. No, Timmy's the Timmy.
Okay, Jimmy.
Yeah, Jimmy's got the lisp, and he's
Yeah, he has a lisp and also stuttering.
we did this thing. One of my memories from wrestling practice was I quoted Donkey from Shrek, but as Jimmy from South Park, and it's like dragon.
I thought you were gonna say "Get out of my swamp," and then I realized like he said "donkey nut." Oh my goodness, that was beautiful. That was a good payoff. That was worth it. I'm glad I was misled.
How did that fucking go on, by the way?
What do you
Donkey
mean?
and Dragon had children.
How do you think it happened?
I want to know who was on top.
24 or 29, however old you are, because I'm giving a range.
I think it was witchcraft.
And, I mean,
Because Donkey is cursed.
is Viagra not witchcraft? That's modern witchcraft, sir.
Hold on. Donkey's cursed. You find that out in the first movie. Right? The witch cursed him to speak. And she didn't like his fucking attitude. And you know what? I don't really like that guy, Eddie Murphy's attitude neither. So she called him an ass and she tried selling him to the army or some shit. Right? Or no, the government was coming and taking all the magic shit.
Right.
And so, and then he got some pixie dust on him and flew away to
And
Peter
then he
Pan's
lost that
Pedo
power
Island.
conveniently.
Yeah. So Donkey's got magic on him, right? I think Donkey, after meeting Dragon and knowing that he wanted to spend the rest of his life with this gross, fat whore,
Your dog doth protest.
he busted down the door in that witch's house and said, "Bitch, I want to fuck." And she complied by giving him fuck powder that made him the size of Dragon.
Viagra.
Just his dick was the size of a dragon dick, and he was just a donkey.
Unusable.
He's just on top of a giant dick.
I'm just like thinking about a marker being like a marker in advanced math class. That's how it happened.
I'm thinking about like
Little donkey is the felt tip.
yeah, exactly.
Listeners, if you understood that, thank you for being on the same wavelength. Again, this has been a rough day.
It's been a rough couple of days. It's been a rough week.
I think we tried to make the most of today, but we just had a lot.
No, we just huffed brake cleaner instead. Like we tried and then just sprayed each other in the eyes with chemicals.
Yeah.
Because somebody doesn't wear their safety glasses.
Listen, I need my eyesight, and I'm trying to be safe and wear my mask, and I get fogged. Okay. When I am actually fully vaccinated, I will not care about anybody else. And so I won't wear masks, which means my safety glasses will return. Until that point, my eyes are going to have to suffer the consequences of my attempts at responsibility.
I think you're just living, you got to live life on the edge. Put
I
the
do.
glasses on, take the mask off.
Screw everyone else around me.
Yeah.
Fuck your grandma. I hope she catches this.
Watch.
I would feel so bad.
She already can't walk now.
You're like the one person I actually don't wear a mask around all the time. It's weird because like we'll be working pretty closely on the same project, and I'll try to keep my mask on out of respect. And then once we leave work, it's like I forget that germs exist, which I don't. It's just I guess I stopped caring the appropriate amount. It's almost like it's for show psychologically. That's so
I kind of
weird.
want to get sick because I really want another 6 weeks off.
No. If I could find a way to veto that, I would. I think that the outward perception of our department is that we don't actually do much, but you can attest that we haven't stopped doing anything. It's relentless and nonstop.
I haven't figuratively sat down in 2 months.
Yeah. And it makes the day go by pretty quick.
It goes by a little too quick.
Yeah. I don't think you've clocked out in time or on time 4 times.
Yeah, no, I haven't
Since
clocked out. This is the first time in the 2.5 years that I've worked at this place that I have consistently gotten 8 hours.
Yeah.
At least 8 hours.
Yeah. But you're welcome. And then our bosses fortunately get to see all the fruits of that.
Yeah, and
like they don't get
and they're
to
happy to
look
give
away
us overtime, but only us.
because we actually use it. We use it to get work done. It's a good feeling. It's
a
weird
good
that's
feeling
one of the
being
things that,
the bitch of the company.
yeah, the department specifically. I mean, it's one of those weird things that I've always gotten satisfaction out of. Is just knowing that I knocked a job out of the park.
You know, in a woman's life, the goal is to be a boss bitch. And in our life, the goal just became be the boss's bitch.
I don't know what the fruits of that are. I really don't know. I mean, by paycheck. I mean, I appreciate
What are the fruits
that.
of being a bully's lackey? You're second in command of all the motherfuckers that are in the lockers. We're the manager's lackey.
Yeah. You're like an unofficial supervisor.
Yeah. All I need is horn rim glasses and a propeller cap. No brim, preferably.
Brimless. That's bold. What does a propeller cap even do? What was that for? Who designed this? This is a Chillprism question.
Yeah.
Why propeller hats?
Yeah, I don't...
Give me answers.
Usually weird things that we don't understand started somewhere else, and there was like an evolution to the product that we are like currently not sure about. I can't
know that there was,
see
like-
an element of anything.
Well, fighter jets are cool, and we've always, or I guess in the past, we've
But
had
fighter jets
astronaut-
aren't rainbow pattern.
We've had astronaut lust, and we've also had pilot lust.
Had.
I mean, I want a
I'd
set of
fuck
wings.
that mustachioed captain in the mouth right now. But he's too busy showing bitches that you can eat toothpaste on the moon.
I know the exact guy you're talking about.
That motherfucker.
He's cool. He's
I don't know
freaking
his
cool.
name. and I
He
don't-
cried, and he's still a man.
Yeah.
He cried on camera.
Yeah, and he used it to show you what it looks like to cry.
That's the only reason
In
he cried is
space.
for science.
Exactly.
Speaking of, we never actually resolved the for science regarding your boot stank. Did it work? Were you consistent? Does it still stank?
Oh, it still stank, and I was very consistent.
So there was just no saving it.
When I take my socks off, I leave them in the living room until laundry time.
Yeah.
Because if I put
Otherwise,
them in the laundry area in my closet,
all of your clothing starts to smell of.
the room,
Oh no!
I could open the window and it would fumigate the entire country.
That's why your dogs are nervous all the time. It's like it smells like someone's dying, and I'm wondering if I'm next.
Yeah. But I look at my feet and there's no fungi.
I don't know if it'd be visible. I mean, I guess
I've
evidence
had
of it-
athlete's foot before.
Yeah.
It's
It's the worst.
it's like a continuous split that just continues to not go all the way through, but you're just constantly worried it's going to just make your toe gone.
Yeah.
It's great.
You ready for the next one? Do you need to pour that out?
No, I'm not done with it yet.
Where are you? Birthday man?
I'm savoring the day because tomorrow it goes back to a happy day where I'm not having to be disappointed in my birthday.
It goes to payday.
Yeah. Good old bills.
Yeah.
I was looking forward to payday, and then I realized it's not going to be as big as the last one because it had a lot of overtime on it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, wait, it's just regular.
I'm sorry. I mean, it can be more maybe this next week if my meetings will actually cover all the topics. But we're literally so backed up. We're so backed up that I had
Speaking
to
of
skip
backed
the
up-
last 3 meetings, and then we still haven't touched a topic, the entire topic sheet in 2 months? 2 full months.
Nice. Speaking of backed up, you want to tell the listeners about the shit I described to you today?
Which one?
It evolved into a conversation
the
about
lumpy-
rabies.
Oh, about you thinking that you could fight a squirrel?
Whoa.
You think you could stand toe-to-toe with a squirrel?
No. This is not where... I'm talking about the shit that I had. I came out and I said,
Lumpy
either
cells?
I took a Alka-Seltzer suppository or my butthole's got rabies. Have you ever had a foaming shit before?
No.
I think I have Crohn's disease.
You might. What are you going to do about it?
Not a thing.
That's the American way.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
I live hard till I die. My
Rest in
stool
peace.
doesn't live hard. It's quite soft, actually.
Man, I had the opposite of a foam.
Just a stone shit.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a you know that modeling clay? That's what it was like.
Nice.
Except it was never a clean break. It's like my butthole gave up halfway through. And he's like, I've got enough of it out.
Mm-hmm.
And then so when you
stop.
wipe, you like wax crayon it onto the toilet paper. And you're like, I'm going to be here for an hour wiping. Cool. That's fun. I didn't
Why
have anything else
hasn't
to
the
do.
United States adapted the bidet?
Because we're scared of our feelings and we're scared of our G-spot. What was that?
I wiped a crumb on my pants and it got mad at me and attacked
Went
my
straight
face.
through your cornea. But yeah, we're scared of our b-holes being stimulated. I don't get it, but I understand.
The pressure is not that.
Don't you lie. Have you ever used one? Because you don't get to speak unless
Does
you
it
speak
make
from a
it
place
up
of
to your
experience.
prostate? My question was,
Yeah.
does the average American have a prostate on the outside of their rectum? Because I've used a bidet and it doesn't hit the inside of your anus.
You have poor water pressure. You need the water softener.
Regulate your shit, man. It's a rinse, not a blast.
You tell the bidet company that.
It's not the... Turn the valve, bro. Do you have a bidet?
I don't.
Oh.
One of my great friends does. And they spoke so highly of it. And I ended up... it turns out there are two functions to a bidet. There's a B-hole and a V-hole sprayer section for like the fancy ones. And it just changes the outward spout. I accidentally hit the V-hole one. And I was like, oh, that's the wrong one. So I immediately pivot backwards to go to the back portion. And I put the pressure on way too high.
Mm-hmm.
And so then it fires everything at full force.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're full water pressure
And you
in their
just
new
went-
apartment.
You just open your mouth and you turn it into a fountain.
Dang near. It startled me enough to where I lifted off of the toilet seat because I wasn't prepared for like. I was thinking like a gentle water faucet, like the pour water pressure in high school.
Bubbler.
Yeah, exactly. I was expecting that for some reason. And it felt like a fire hose, like a fire hydrant was cracked open for the block party.
But in like a jet?
But the block party was my backside. And so I got spooked like a deer. And I sprung up. And all of a sudden it found the valley betwixt my sack and my thigh. And it sprayed and hit their shower. I watched it like hit the shower wall.
That thing's got some fucking distance.
Yeah, it does. And if it has distance, I mean, it has a little bit of firepower.
I literally cannot
If you
fix
will.
this.
Oh my goodness, I've been peeking this entire time. Sorry, Jake. But that spooked me to such a high degree because it felt like a doctor was doing exploration. Like he was trying to find out if I'm going to make it the next.
Sometimes you need to do an exploratory surgery to figure out what's wrong with you.
Yeah, it was invasive. I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
It was a highly invasive surgery.
Yeah.
So, unless you can speak from experience, don't just write it off like it's nothing.
I have washed my butthole with a high pressure shower head.
And it's not the same.
Fine. I'll
There's
go
something-
use the power washer at work.
Oh man.
Just create a straight cavity from my B-hole to my P-hole.
There's an angry man in there that would definitely help you out with that.
Probably.
He'd be all
Now
too
he's
happy.
trading shoddy guitar lessons for ninja skills. And that's an inside joke that none of you will get, but that's good. We'll keep it that way. Because later, in about 100, 200 episodes, they're going to be looking back, and on our Reddit page that somebody's going to create, it's going to be a conspiracy theory. Who do they know that can't play guitar but thinks he can? Who do they know that goes, hey, this is my guitar, and then goes, I wrote something. It kind of goes like this, and it kind of picks a little bit, and then he goes, well, no, hold on. And then he does this, and he's like, well, but
and
like,
then posts it anyway.
Yeah, and then posts it anyway. How does he know it does that? You'll never know, because you don't know who I am. Except everybody who's listening right now does know who I am.
I can't figure this out.
No, really can, because they don't know anybody that I know down here.
I mean,
All
maybe
the
I like
people
to think the best of them.
All of the people that are in
Give
my
them a vote of confidence.
all the people that are in the Prism Club, they know.
Our prison pals,
Yeah,
our peepees.
yeah. Our 4 listeners at this very moment.
You're the best peepees. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Are you going to finish your drink?
I'm busy having a podcast. What you're doing is rude. You shouldn't be consuming.
I shouldn't be consuming anything. I shouldn't ingest any. You're disgusting. I need a chair. I can't have just like a regular folding chair. Listeners, Russell is sitting in a luxurious second hand or possibly eighth hand recliner of a chair right now.
This chair's probably got so many STDs.
Yeah.
It belongs in a nursing home.
I know for a fact someone took their shorts, their gym shorts, because they were wearing gym shorts, and their underwear down to mid-thigh and just fully torqued, just busted one out.
Michael Jackson beat it.
Exactly. In that chair. Which I would do it in that chair. I get
Who
it.
says I won't?
Who says you haven't?
No, I haven't. This chair has not moved from this spot.
You got a computer right behind you, man.
Yeah, I can't. You want me to do like this?
I mean, you're grabbing the tissue box.
I didn't realize there were tissues in here. I was wondering where those went.
Right next to the computer. Ladies and gentlemen, I rest my case. And I'm over here rocking Stone Cold's weaponry. Steve Austin. And you have the leather chair from the Pavement Gods.
Pavement Gods. Yeah, listen back to a few episodes ago. You'll hear the story about me stealing a chair.
If I were ever homeless, I would prefer that someone gave me the term Pavement God.
I would call them more of a pavement princess.
No, that's
Because
reserved
they
for
take handouts.
vehicles. What?
What? Like a princess does.
They don't take handouts.
They give hand jobs.
I mean, the Duchess of Sussex did
Okay.
accept a hand when it came to her living arrangement from Tyler Perry. But aside from that,
I have
take
a
hands.
thing. Hand job implies the existence of hand vacation.
that's when the other hand.
or hand hobby. This is my full-time hand job, and then I also have a second part-time hand job that I only do 3 days a week, and then I do this other thing on the side. It gives me money, but I wouldn't call it a job. It's more of a hand hobby. But hopefully I'll get enough money to take my family on a hand vacation.
This is getting really stressed last week, and I had to go take a hand sabbatical. This is stupid.
What's the opposite of cream? Cream.
Ash.
I
think it's the exact opposite. It literally can be broken apart. Is very dry. Can you break apart cream? That's not how it works. Tell me I'm wrong, because I'm not.
Okay, Google. What is the opposite of cream?
Here are some antonyms for cream, dregs.
That's it.
It didn't. It didn't. I don't know how to read this.
Dregs.
It just look at it. It doesn't give me where the opposite is.
It just dregs. That's the opposite. That's
What is a drag? Drag, the remnants of liquid left behind in a container together with any sediment of or grounds.
So the dregs of like a coffee.
Yeah.
It's like the last part of a cup of coffee.
I was gonna make a existence implied, but now it's stupid.
Yeah. Thanks, Google. You ruined it.
Fuck you, Google. Oh, dude.
What'd you do?
You know how I have that Alexa out in my living room?
Yeah.
So I went, hey Alexa, and she, perked up, and I farted. You know what she did?
Did she go doo 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 doo?
No, she motherfucking congratulated me and then proceeded to slow clap.
The condescension.
I know. She's like
incredible.
She goes, congratulations. And then it slowly turned into like a full on applause. I was like, why do I even go out? Like that's
This is all I need. Hey Alexa, I didn't poop in my pants.
great. Good for you.
Good for you.
Good for you. Man.
That's what we need in life. This is the support that we need. You know, when they talk about a safe space, that's what I want in my safe space. Can we just organize that?
The safe space implies the existence of danger space, which is just regular old space. That's danger.
Is that the roll 'em up space?
What?
That's the roll 'em up space.
What does that mean?
Family Vacation, the National Lampoon's Family Vacation. They like go through a seedy neighborhood and they're like, oh, roll 'em up. And they roll through windows as they cruise through. I think that's the danger space.
I just do that if I see a panhandler, like in my wife's car, because my car automatically locks the doors when you close them. But
it's super nice.
Yeah, and my wife's car is a little, prehistoric, so you still have to use the button to lock it.
Right.
Whatever. But anytime I see a panhandler that's like in the median and I'm in the lane next to it, I immediately lock my door.
Did you say in the lane next to it?
Next to it being the median.
Okay.
But also it being the subhuman. No, I'm just kidding.
The pavement god. Say with respect. They're the rulers of the pavement domain.
Pavement patriot?
That's the veterans. That's so sad.
Those are the ones without legs.
That made me so sad when I said that. Joe, can you play a sad horn for me?
No, Jake, give me an awooga.
Oh my goodness. That made me so sad.
I hope you're using royalty-free sounds, Jake.
Like I love our vets and their contributions to the world.
But get a job. No, I'm just kidding.
Good grief.
I'm just kidding.
You're a monster.
What do you think we do here,
Jake, fix it.
just Jake, take me saying this. Ben. And now put that over every name drop I name with Ben. Ben. Now do me. Chicken nugget.
Oh my goodness. Dude, that made me think of a bunch of Stolen Valor stuff that I watched. I get on
those videos cringe me out so hard.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro,
I go in a rabbit hole.
I just want to punch them.
It makes me angry, like to the point of violence. I don't know why. It bugs me so much.
It's the attitude and like the dismission. That's a word.
Yeah.
Dismission.
Dismissive attitude.
Dismission. That's a word.
Dismissal?
No, dismissalism.
Dismissal. Coming out of these guns. Listeners, I flexed poorly.
Listeners, today was rough.
This was a rough day. It was his birthday, and I'm an office employee, and I ended up covered in grease, It was that type of day. I'm office personnel. What's happening?
So I started my day today, driving to work, and during that drive, nodding off and coming within a foot and a half of dying by just quickly correcting because I almost like ran into the fucking thing.
The median?
The median thing.
Or the barrier?
Barrier, yeah.
Okay.
And then I get to work, and then I take my computer, leave it plugged in.
Yeah,
to
he has
the
a power
inverter.
source constantly.
Yeah, and start to do my job around the facility, and my computer proceeds to take up more power than it can be given and dies. So I just quit and stopped doing it.
And then jumped onto another task.
And
that
just got
task
fucking...
happened to be
It was like I was sexing an elephant, just reaching in there, pulling out a fucking baby. I mean, I was elbow deep in that trailer's ass.
Yeah. Yeah, we shouldn't normally have to deal with it. When I had transitioned into my position,
What position is
I
that?
had an
Reverse cowgirl?
missionary.
Oh, you look more like a reverse
We're
cowgirl.
respectable people at the plant. But when I transitioned, I had inherited the neglect of the previous person who was in charge of that. All of the neglect.
Mm-hmm.
And it was disgusting. That was purchased in 2013. And at the time of recording, it's 2021. Or 2022. You don't know.
Or 2027.
So we have 10 years, 9 to 10 years, or 8 to 10 years, realistically, of just bullcrap piled up and neglect. And I thought that Russell had come up with this novel idea to have a routine where we clean it. And then someone else informs me that Russell's idea has already been something that was established since the purchase of
And
the equipment.
we have records stating that it has been done on a cycle.
On a routine basis.
But listeners, it hasn't. Somebody was pencil whipping PMs for the past 8 years.
8 to 10
And
years
nobody
of bull
fucking
crap.
caught it.
Yeah. And I was very disheartened when I found out that the response I was met with, the reaction I was met with when the realization that the work hadn't been done for that long was like, yeah, that sounds about right.
We interrupt this segment with a mid-segment segment. Urban Dictionary definition for alligator fuckhouse.
All right, lay it on us. That's a good one. That's a good segment.
I know.
Urban Dictionary of the day. Let's do this.
Alligator fuckhouse. A daring sexual maneuver. Mid-coitus, one person bites the neck of the other, locks their arms and legs down, and goes into a death roll while maintaining insertion. Like downshifting a car.
I'm into that.
Now continue. And we're back.
This concludes the mid-segment segment. So the what was disheartening about the situation was that our supervisors, because it feels like there's 30 layers now, supervisor was just kind of nonchalant about it, like almost as though it was an expected thing that nobody had taken care of this. And when you realize you're in a situation like that, you have two options. You can complain about it or you can do something about it, and we chose to do something about it because I get to impose my own mannerisms on a team now.
Yeah, it's great.
I mean, it is great for the trailer because the trailer is going to have the best life it's ever known. I feel like we're fostering a dog that's like on the last 2 years of its life, and like we gave it its first big backyard and a heated kennel, and it can't appreciate it because its bones are so achy. It has arthritis after it was taken out of a dog fighting ring. It feels like Michael Vick's one of like his neglected dogs. It feels like I took in Michael Vick's neglected dog. Yeah. So, like, the way that I would like to take care of my own personal things, of course, that's how I'm going to try to take care of the assets that we're charged with at the plant. And this dog, I'm going to shed a single tear when we put it down. Because I was there. I was there on its last leg.
I want to try something. Duck butter.
The combination of sweat from the ball sack and anus that creates a buttery film on the grundle and butthole. Occurring usually from an unwashed scrotum, creating a smelly odor that worsens in thickness and odor by the minute.
You're going to be very upset when you realize that the mic wasn't actually aimed at the microphone.
Wait, did it work?
Speaker.
Did it pick up anything?
Barely.
Fuck me.
Jake is going to have to boost that in post to such a high degree, it's not even worth it. One more time.
The combination of sweat from the ball sack and anus that creates a buttery film on the grundle and butthole. Occurring usually from an unwashed scrotum, creating a smelly odor that worsens in thickness and odor by the minute.
By the minute?
I love Urban Dictionary.
By the minute? Yeah, we have to back that off. You have to dial it back a couple notches, because I would let's put it this way. Let's pace ourselves with 2 of those an episode. We'll do 2 of those an episode so that we can always get a nice, fresh, tasty fact. You found another one? Okay, shelve it for next week.
Shelve it.
Shelve it for next week.
Just the title, knowing that it's not actually what like. This entry is called ethnic cleansing.
Oh my gosh! Now you're forcing us to actually reveal it, because that does not sound good.
Okay. I'm gonna have these ready next time, because I just thought of this to do this.
Yeah, that's a good segment. Thinking back to your near-death experience this morning, if you had done this in your old vehicle, you probably would be dead right now, because I don't think that you would survive.
Oh, I would have flipped it.
Yeah, you absolutely would have flipped it.
The inevitable bout of flaming hot diarrhea that occurs after eating certain ethnic cuisines. Thai and Indian cuisines are notorious for this. After ethnic cleansing, the entire digestive system is vacant or cleaned out.
That is incredible. I experience that on a regular basis.
Because you eat too much fucking foreign food, man.
Dude, I love Thai food so much. Thai food has claim over like 3/4 of my colon. Are you gonna play it, or are you gonna just tease us?
Tea.
Okay. You squandered it. I boosted for that. I boosted your gain for that. Weak. Where are you at on your drink?
I'm sorry, somebody was calling me. I had to ignore it.
Good.
Oh, wait, actually.
Did you even finish your F5 yet?
Hello?
Fucking phone, bitch.
Say that again?
Just pick up the fucking phone, bitch.
You're on the Chillprism podcast with Russell and Ben.
Yeah, I'm in the fucking shower right now, I know. That's the hotline for fucking, teen mom
What is happening?
I took a dab in the shower, so I'm like, good.
All right, I like
All right,
that.
I'll call you back when we're done recording, buddy.
Hey, can I come over?
Can you come over?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. By the time you get here, we'll be done recording.
That'll be cool.
Okay.
Alright, sorry if I messed up the recording, bro.
No, this is good.
Happy birthday, bro.
Thanks,
nice.
buddy.
Yeah, okay. I'll see you in like 30 minutes. Okay,
Okay, bye.
Hey. I'll shower.
That was incredible. I could not have hoped for anything better than what I just heard. That was amazing. I just ripped a fucking dab in the shower, bro. I thought that was Jake for a second. I thought that was... Because that sounded exactly like him. And I was like, there's no way. There's no fucking way that was Jake.
No, that was Daryl, everybody.
Oh, God.
The
Daryl is
infamous.
fantastic.
I gotta change his name because that's dumb, but for now, we'll call him Daryl.
Daryl's a fucking champion.
I gotta hear that recording, like, when we're done.
Yeah, I'll give that to you. That's so good.
You gotta stay till at least he gets here so you can meet the
Jake,
infamous redneck.
Jake, that sounded like you for a split second. You have a vocal doppelganger.
I've never heard his voice, so I don't.
I can now stage some inappropriate phone calls toward your family members. Bear that in mind. I have the power, and I will use it improperly.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I should probably tell my wife not to bring her friend that she's with over. She's not going to be a fan of that man.
It's oil and water. So, how's the F5 going?
It's a tornado.
Listeners, I've already graduated past the F5, and I drank a Hook Echo by Coop Aleworks.
Like a Hebrew hook? Jake, bleep that out.
Jake, insert something absurd. The Russell hook.
Just Ben.
The Ben. I'll take it.
Just the Ben hook.
I'm on board with that.
What kind of board? Waterboard?
Hell yeah.
Have you ever been waterboarded?
Not even once.
I've been waterboarded.
I feel like I would not fare as well as I would on my most confident moments.
Like as you think you could, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like in my moment of absolute confidence, like I could stand up to that, and then like knowing myself, it's like I would be struggling trying to hit everyone around me within about like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
2 seconds, I'd be like trying to hit people.
Well, the factor that adds the
urgency
is the fact that you're tied down and can't hit somebody.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why I'm saying that.
Yeah.
Like when I realized that powerless coupled on top of the feeling of drowning. Mm-hmm. Like, because everyone's had those moments where you dove a little bit too deep in the pool or in the lake or wherever, and you're trying to break the surface. Everyone's had those moments, but you were swimming, you could kick, you could push, you could kind of like, you could find a way to break surface. But if you had no way of doing that, that's, I think, what would mess me up. Mm-hmm. I think that's what would break me.
Basically, how it's done is, Jake, just as I'm saying this, just lay this next word over and over and over till I'm done talking about it. Redacted. Basically, how it's done is you You lay them so that their head is beneath the rest of their body, basically.
So
but
it
only
has to
slightly.
feel like it's traveling up your nose.
You only pour it up their nose.
Oh god.
They breathe through their mouth, but the feeling of drowning is just, it's impossible to get out of your brain.
Right.
I did it with my friends. So,
friends.
okay, you can stop now, Jake. With my friends, what we did for my freshman year U.S. history class, we were learning about the Bill of Rights, and we were split up into groups, and each group had a certain amount of the amendments to the Constitution, and we had to make videos about them.
Okay.
So we couldn't just record a video of us reading the amendment off, right?
Yeah.
So we had the amendment about cruel and unusual punishment, the amendment about search and seizure, and something else, and I can't remember. So for cruel and unusual punishment, we did 2 videos. One of them was me as a Navy SEAL guy, not dressed as a Navy SEAL, just going, I'm a Navy SEAL guy, and with my friend tied as we could to a chair in his basement, and we just beat the shit out of him
On film,
on
you guys
camera.
rated?
Yeah, we got an A+ on that.
I bet you did.
And then the next one is that friend waterboarded me. We all agreed to this. We knew how it was going to feel when it happened to us. And then, but my favorite one, well, no, like, we knew we weren't going to like it, but like we were okay. Like we weren't mad at each other for doing it. It was the joke.
Right.
It was like jackass.
That's the same like part of the brain that you activate when you're going into a brotherhood at the frat.
Yeah.
You're like, this is gonna be the
when
worst.
you're about to suck somebody's dick so you can go to parties.
It's
What day you're rushing to a frat? God, what are you, gay? Why don't suck dick, bro?
It's gay. if you
Meanwhile, I'm
don't.
sitting here
Like,
wearing
what are you
a
scared
fucking
of the-
pink or purple polo shirt because it's the only clean shirt I have, looking like a frat bro.
The homophobia, I think, is a hilarious thing that we'll probably dive into later.
Yeah.
Like not our own. It's just like, it's hilarious to think about. Like, you're literally scared of the gays. That alone is absurd.
I'm not homophobic. I just hate him. Why do you hate him? Well, kind of freak me out.
Because my dad hits me when I think
And my stepmom, my stupid bitch stepmom doesn't really like him either. Fucking, yeah, I hate that bitch. She's got big knockers though. So, I high five my dad every chance I get. He's not beating the gay out of me. God, I love a frat, bro. But the other video that we did for cruel and unusual punishment, or I think it was maybe stop search and seizure or whatever, maybe, is we just basically did a cops video. I was a cop, and then the other guy was, one of the guys was the perp, and then the other guy was the cameraman, and I just explained. It was more funny because we took the cops intro, like we filmed it as if it was a cops video. Like we got, like I was in his dad's truck, and the cameraman was filming me, and we had, and it was before any of us knew we could just like download Premiere on like Pirate Bay or whatever.
Yeah.
And so we literally, like, to get the Cops theme song, what we did is we looked up Cops theme song on YouTube and just took a video camera and filmed the screen and just put it in front of the video that
Oh yeah, and it had all like the lines in it.
Mm-hmm. And we got some walkie-talkies, and then I can't remember how we did it. Oh yeah, we got walkie-talkies and a tape recorder, right? And so we basically recorded a bunch of mumbling. Or we took the tape recorder, right, and we put it on the other walkie-talkie. Okay. And then I went to the walkie-talkie, and we hit play, right? Or record on the tape recorder, and I started doing into the radio, right? And then we played that back as me and the cameraman were sitting in the car, to make it sound like dispatchers getting a hold of, like, doing his job. Like, it was authentic cops. And then I chased him and beat the shit out of him and took a shit.
Did you do a cavity search, though?
No, but I did strip him down to his underwear.
Okay.
And I showed it to her. Yeah, it was good. I wish I still had those videos. They're hilarious.
Yeah, illegal search and seizures are hilarious.
Especially when all three of us were real white. Like, real white. Like, one of us was ginger. But he's the one we beat up, so it's okay.
Right.
Always beat up the ginger first.
Yeah. Listeners, we are in crunch time. I'm on my third beverage for the new brew review. I've just enjoyed the Hook Echo, and now I've transitioned to the Ice Chest, where Russell is lagging behind on the F5. I have proceeded to open up both of the cans for him, and before this recording is done, we will have all three of these beers ingested.
Oh, God.
Happy birthday, Russ.
Happy birthday, Russ. I don't want to know what Daryl is coming over for either.
Striptease. Probably. You'll like the Ice Chest. You'll like that one a lot. That's why I'm going to go ahead and pull that one. So that you're forced to drink the one that I don't think you will
What is the
enjoy.
demon? Pause it for a second. I got to make sure nobody's at the door. Whoops.
What was it?
No, it was just people outside.
Okay. Well, that's good. I'm glad it wasn't it again.
What?
The pavement gods.
Ah, yes. If you were a beaver, I'd shave you first.
Thanks. Curiosity will get you.
To
Russell's
coming.
29th.
or 30th.
You don't
God,
know.
if I was fucking 30 right now, I would literally jump out that window.
You'd be a lot further along in these beers, that's for sure.
Hey, look. I'm having fun.
Yay. Your mustache is coming in, though. Like, I like that I'm having to see you vacuum the beard remnants out of your facial hair.
It's coming in
It has thickness to it.
like
You
a
can see-
accidental pregnancy.
A little too strong.
Yeah.
A little too
A
strong.
little too strong and a little too awkward. It's coming in like an accidental pregnancy that you had with that guy you didn't want to tell your friends about. Not because you... And it was fully because you were embarrassed of him because he's a real nerd.
Yeah.
He just has a swanging dick.
It'd be the pregnancy that I would cause.
Yeah.
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 The one you try to keep in secret, but it will not.
Definitely
be
don't tell your
silenced.
parents if Ben gets you pregnant. Especially if your parents are hueless. Then we
It's
have
true.
pitchforks and tiki torches, and you know what? We
can
don't
say
need a
advice.
South Carolina thing or whatever it
Yeah,
was.
exactly.
My dog just high pitch. Wait. Oh, it's my chair. Never mind.
Okay. Yeah, it did sound like a dog.
Well,
That's
it's
so
the
weird.
exact sound she makes when she wants to get your attention but doesn't want you to hear it so that she can act really passive-aggressive later.
Yeah, I wonder if they're actually like... I don't think catfishing is the right term, but that's the only one that comes to mind. If I knew I could manipulate supersonic frequencies and affect the people around me, I would probably do that on a regular basis.
Like using the brown note.
Exactly.
Well, have you heard of the attack in South America?
No.
We had a bunch of diplomats down in Brazil. I think it's Brazil or Colombia or Cuba. It might have been Cuba.
One of the South.
Yeah, it was south of us and browner. Anyway, we had some ambassadors and his staff all staying in this one hotel, and all of them were reporting
Nausea and vomiting or something?
nausea, vomiting,
Yes.
and it turned out that there was a supersonic weapon in the walls. Yes. The government was testing a weapon, a supersonic weapon, which means the sonic screwdriver is that
It's
much
a thing.
closer.
Yeah.
It honestly, the sonic screwdriver actually is a thing. The
Just not as practical.
ultrasound machine. And when you turn that bitch up, you can break up kidney stones and stuff with an ultrasound.
Yeah.
So you can unlock doors to the women's restroom.
Well, okay.
Look, the doctor's a freak. That's all I'm saying.
He absolutely is. I mean, certain regenerations of them are more welcome than others. But
He's never been black. What? You're talking about the woman. Yeah, I hate her.
I have never watched any of her episodes.
I watched the first one. I was like, I gave up on the last one, and this is just as bad. I quit.
Yeah.
Stephen Moffat needs to, like...
Write better.
KYS. He needs to stop writing for sure.
Do we bleep that? I don't know how.
Yeah, bleep that.
Okay.
Just with a Ben.
With each individual letter.
Ben. Ben.
Just replace it with the acoustic notes of a Harley exhaust.
They'll get the picture.
Yeah.
No, Stephen Moffat needs to not work at all. And he's just kind
Wasn't he the one who did the angels statues one? Who wrote that episode?
He wrote all the episodes starting with Capaldi.
Okay.
Not Capaldi, sorry.
I don't know Capaldi well enough.
Destro from
Dude,
G.I. Joe.
I've been out of pocket for so long when it comes to the doctor.
The one that was in the bad Thor movie. Malekith.
The second Thor movie?
The one before Tennant. Doctor Number 9. Or Doctor Number 8, sorry. No, Doctor Number 9.
I don't know their numbers.
Fucking...
I know David Tennant and then the guy before him.
Yeah, the guy before... Christopher Eccleston, that's his name.
Yeah. Eccleston, yeah.
Yeah, Moffat's been writing since then.
Holy crap. There's another... Was it Christopher Eccleston? There's another Eccleston that for some reason I think has been in a recent film that I'd seen or something. Something recent. What was he in? I liked Eccleston's Doctor a lot.
He was mean.
I don't care.
That's what I liked about him. He's mean
okay.
Scottish.
Yeah, I thought you were like saying that was a problem. It's like sometimes it's appropriate.
No, Eccleston and Tennant did it right, and then Matt Smith was like real quirky and dumb.
Yeah.
Which I enjoyed the stories in that, but I didn't like the Doctor. And then after the Angels episode, it got really bad, and that's when I stopped watching.
Yeah.
It was really after Rory and Amelia died.
Is that her name?
Yeah. Amelia Pond. The redhead.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Fucking cutie. Fucking cutie. She has such an aggressive personality, and I don't think I liked her that much in the show.
My favorite thing about that was like...
Their casting choices are nice.
Did you know that... So Rory was a doctor, right?
Was he really?
Yeah, he was a doctor, right? Like a medical doctor or a nurse.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Do you want to know what Amelia's profession was? She was a stripper.
Are you serious?
Yeah, like a stripper that goes to birthday parties and shit. Like, because, in the first episode, she's dressed as a cop. And so when the doctor comes back, he's like, oh, wow, I'm so proud of you. Because he like, left her, like, For a while.
Yeah.
And he's like, you're a cop. She's like, oh, yeah. Because she's dressed in a cop's uniform.
Okay.
But they don't say it. Yeah, they don't say it explicitly. She's just dressed in a cop's uniform. But she's definitely not a cop. Like that's
yeah, she gets called to bachelor parties.
Yeah.
You're right.
And she's dating a doctor, like a actual medical doctor.
Oh, not Rory anymore?
No, Rory is the actual medical doctor.
Okay.
And he's married to a stripper.
That sounds like you it sounds like you're volunteering for problems because your life is so boring and great.
I mean, it's sending some weird messages that I never thought of, like the themes of that, the father figure of Doctor Who himself, being there for her when she was a child and then leaving and then she becomes a stripper. Like, I never thought about that until just right now, but that's pretty harsh.
Yeah, it's very...
And that's a lot of weight to put on the doctor's shoulders.
Yeah, he's already expressed several times that he has a lot going on and that it's rough being him.
And he doesn't really give a fuck a lot about most things.
Yeah. And that's what happens when you don't care enough, apparently.
Yeah, you leave and your surrogate daughter becomes a stripper. Just fucking...
Yep.
But she's married to a doctor. An actual doctor. Not the type of doctor with two hearts.
Right. But is that what your goal should be as a father to a daughter? Is to try to marry them off to someone? Or is your goal realistically to try to get them just established?
My goal is to have a daughter who becomes the next Ronda Rousey because that bitch is a millionaire.
Just financial success is it?
Well, financial success and she can fuck people up.
I think she also like really just loves her husband.
Yeah,
as weird as that is.
Yeah, she's a real good person. And I'm not actually meaning Ronda Rousey. I'm saying her equivalent that I can't say or I'll get canceled.
Oh, yeah.
Because she is the GOAT. And if you listen back to the first episode, you'll hear her name. But that was pre-cancellation.
I'm so lost right now. I'll have to listen back.
You'll have to watch the first season of Mandalorian again.
Oh. Hey, can you bleep that one, dude?
Yeah.
First episode of Bleep.
She's beautiful.
Yeah.
And she's a sweetheart.
Yeah. And I think that's one of the consequences, the unfortunate consequences of not having a full understanding of the entire deck of cards you're playing with. Like, she just didn't get it. She didn't understand like the full ramifications of everything. And it sucks because the minefield is planted around you and they keep planting more mines.
She knew exactly what she did.
Do you think so?
Yes. She knew that she was going to get that. She knew. She's not stupid. I'm not saying whether or not I defend her or anything like that. I'm just saying she's not stupid. She knew exactly what she was saying. She said it for a reason.
I'm not implying that she's stupid. I'm saying that the minefield gets changed every single night.
Oh, I agree with that.
And they just keep adding more.
But she absolutely expected to get canceled. There's no way you post something like that without knowing you're going to get canceled when you're that famous.
At least either that or your circle of friends are not friends. They're not even trying to help.
Yeah, no, when you're in Hollywood.
It's one of the two. And it's kind of hard to know who's actually a friend or who's trying to get something out of you. Mm-hmm. That's an uncomfortable spot to be in.
It really is.
I hope that when we ascend to a greater level, that we have such a well-established foundation of friends that they will be comfortable enough to actually tell us, like, hey,
don't be stupid.
Yeah, maybe it's not
being genocidal.
He's like, I get where you're coming from right now, but maybe dial it back.
I understand what you, but
because it's coming across.
I get what you mean, but do you understand the context? And we're gonna end it here. I'm gonna continue to make him pause it while I go check the door because my dog is also continuing to bark.
Oh. Studio has some very welcome guests.
Say hello, bitch.
It's funny because that's exactly what they are. A couple of ladies.
What's the deal with girl dogs? Bitches.
It's nice to have a couple bitches in the room that manipulating Russell's microphone.
Look, we like to have an active set.
Yeah, but it keeps you on your toes. You thirsty?
Speaking of toes, I told you about that torture method, right?
No, you haven't. It's like bamboo being
with the piano wire.
You did.
Yeah.
You did tell me about that. It'd work on me. No, you know what? I take that back. I'm so skeptical. I would assume that they were going to kick it anyway.
So you just jump?
No.
I would break immediately. I would do exactly, listeners. So imagine,
not an endorsement.
Yeah, not an endorsement. I'm reading this book, and in this book, there's a torture scene where a man tortures another man for information, and the torture method is he stands this guy up on a stool, hangs a piano wire from the ceiling, and it is looped around his ball sack in a way that he has to stand on his tippy toes or he will no longer have ball sack.
Yeah.
And the guy immediately breaks when he notices the situation. He's like, no, this is what you need. Here you go. And torturer guy, the guy who's torturing, just kicks the stool out from under him after getting the information he wanted. It's cool. It's fucked up. I would immediately give all the information that was requested.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. I get it. But I would immediately assume that the second I told them what they wanted, if they were this thorough, that I wasn't going to be leaving the room. So you're just buying yourself the seconds.
Yeah, but you may buy yourself the grace of a bullet to the head and not a balls laying next to you on the ground.
Balls. Because that's what it would be.
A balls.
A mass of balls. Yeah, just don't get caught. That's what it really boils down to.
I mean, you're already caught.
Just
in
let it
a
happen.
piano wire.
Cyanide tooth.
So, Ben.
Cyanide tooth.
For science.
Yeah, exactly.
Sit on this table for me.
Right underneath your boob light.
Okay. Fucking weirdo.
You tell me that's not a boob light.
My wife says the same thing.
How is it weird? How are we the weird ones? Did we get Al-Qaeda again?
What?
Did we get Al-Qaeda again?
What does that mean?
You had the Al-Qaeda face.
That, like, we got towered?
Yeah, exactly.
No, I was reading a Urban Dictionary entry called munting.
Okay. Don't give me that expression when you... That had an expression of urgency. You can't do that to me. I'm always expecting the worst.
I just look at it. Oh
See,
my
that
God.
was Nude's face. That was
like-
unexpected Nude's face.
It's like, oh my God, I can't believe it. Blumpkin.
Cosby sweater.
Arabian gas mask. How long till they name a sex move after the Turnabout Ranch? Because that's just waiting to be Urban Dictionary'd.
Yeah, that's too easy.
Do you know what the Turnabout Ranch is?
Yeah, it's
That's
Dr. Phil, right?
the Dr. Phil Torture Ranch.
Torture ranch.
You didn't hear?
No, I heard someone
Catch Me
died.
Out. Yeah, no. Catch Me Outside chick said that when she was there, one of the kids that was there killed somebody.
Right, I heard that.
Yeah, and also lots of
That's what
R
happens-
words happen there.
What?
A lot of R words and M words happen. A
I
lot
don't
of
know what an M word
SA.
is.
SA. A type of assault that involves
Oh no!
S. Yeah.
I think you bleeped efficiently.
Yeah. I watch YouTube. I know their guidelines on that specific thing.
That is insane. No,
Because I
didn't-
watch a lot of H3H3 and they happen to be talking about a lot of this bullshit right now, and it's
I didn't know.
harshing
anything
my
about
mellow.
that. I guess it should. No, I didn't know about that.
Yeah, and Dr. Phil just came out and was like, you know, once I seen the kids there, I mean, I'm not really involved with what goes on there, and so,
Hands off.
yeah. It was like, motherfucker, you send every child there. You know what's happening there, and if you don't, you should.
You're irresponsible.
Yeah, if you're gonna fucking
that's
make that
negligence
deal
on
with that
your
company, I thought that man was everybody's grandfather. That situation changed my mind, and I hate bad behavior.
Thank you for saying it properly. Most people mispronounce it. It's an easy mistake to make.
Do you find her attractive?
Bergoli?
Yeah.
Danielle? No. So I am the type of person that hates when people are loud and attention grabby. She is exactly that.
I love you.
If I go into a restaurant on a blind date and someone calls the waiter over more than twice, I might leave them with the check.
Here's a question. You see her, right?
Yeah.
Her mouth is closed. You see her for just a glimpse. In your head,
Yeah.
In my head, I imagine that when she opens her mouth, she's had her teeth artificially sharpened.
That's weird. I was thinking the Falcon chick from Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. The bird girl.
Just has a beak?
Yeah, for some reason I feel like she's that same person, except that the
No,
bird
I'm
girl's
saying
nice.
I'm saying like with her mouth closed, like you just I just imagine that she probably's got sharp teeth.
What is it with you and teeth? Ladies and gentlemen, there's a hot take. I don't agree with this or endorse this belief, but Russell believes that, what was her name? Also young girl.
Let's be honest. What are you saying?
Soft teeth.
Behead Behaby is 18.
Yeah, I think this other person's also 18.
Okay.
I don't keep up with it.
Don't
'cause I
say
don't
young
care.
girl. We're not talking about nubiles. Throwback. Give me a...
Her brother Phineas does the production work for her music, but she's an artist.
Yeah, she's not of age. She's like 16.
Exactly. So I don't care about her age because I'm not even interested in that nonsense. But soft teeth and sharp teeth. That's the juxtaposition that I want to dissect.
You're saying this as you brought this up as if we've had this conversation before.
We have to have had it.
We're talking about Ocean Eyes.
Yeah,
Billie Eyelash.
Yep. Yeah, that's the one. So what is your
William Eyelash?
Why is that the first thing that you go to when it comes to women? Like you describe their teeth almost immediately.
Well, okay. First of all,
that's your descriptor.
First of all, I'm the least misogynist person when it comes to judging women on how they look. Because really, I rate on a scale of 10. No, like, I don't care. First off, my first concern is what the face looks like. As far as, like, physical attractiveness, my first concern is face. I don't care about body type. That's all,
Secondary.
Right. If your face is ugly...
You don't get bonus points.
I'm not going to go to Walmart just to get a paper bag. Like, this...
Yeah.
I ain't no alcoholic.
You abort the mission. I get it.
Look at that dog. Covered
That's
her
precious.
face. Anyway,
Yeah, our studio guests are fucking precious.
So teeth are in your face. So
That's
like
true.
that's something that's very identifiable. I mean, they use your teeth to identify your body if you're just a skeleton. They're an identifiable characteristic, right?
This is an adjacent fact, yeah.
So first things first is just face in general.
Just face bone structure.
No, it just the face and what's on it.
Just as
the
a
way it's
snapshot?
put together, the snapshot of your face. If I find that attractive, I look deeper, right?
Right.
Now, if you open your mouth and your teeth are big, I'm not talking to you. You got motherfucking horse teeth? I'm sorry, like, gross. And if you got little fucking chiclet teeth, also gross.
You have to have...
Like, AJ Mashaka.
I don't know who that is.
You wouldn't. I shouldn't know just that name off the top of my head. She was
about like AJ, the child Disney star. That was in like I don't think it's Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, but that's the only thing that.
Yes, she was on Disney. Her
Sweet Life.
No, her older sister Allison was on.
Allie and AJ.
Yeah, Allie and AJ.
Okay, so I know who this is. Like,
AJ Mashaka. She has chiclet teeth, especially as an adult.
She's been an adult longer than we have. What
I
do you
know,
mean?
but she wasn't like in.
Why
okay,
is this weird
Have you ever
that we
seen the Goldbergs? The show The Goldbergs?
No.
It's a show about it's a sitcom that takes place in the 80s. She's in that show, and then she's the main character in a spinoff called Schooled. And when she smiles, I just want to put I want to thank my Mexican waiter for the authentic Mexican food, and then put a quarter in her nose so I can get a chiclet.
Right.
She's got too many teeth for the mouth, and it's gross.
Yeah.
There's a happy medium between big teeth and chiclet teeth, and that's where I like to keep my ladies. My wife has perfect teeth. There's a standard.
To have dental intervention.
It was
Was it braced?
Drastic. It was car payments drastic.
Oh my goodness.
Her orthodontist had a folder in a spot in a cabinet labeled special projects, and her name wasn't on the folder. It was just 20 whatever. Like, it was just the year.
Was it the year? Because it took that long to.
Oh, it took more than a year, but like, it was this year's project. Like, that's what her like fucking case file was labeled. It wasn't her name, and it was a individual file. Like, she was a project, but they came out fucking immaculate. She had fucking teeth backwards and doubled
scary.
up and all this stuff. Like, it was. I didn't know her back then, but
I mean,
probably a good thing.
Yeah,
but,
timing is everything.
Yeah, but no, teeth are a big part, and then another thing is the nose.
Yeah, I agree with that 110%.
If you got a big nose, don't talk to me. And
Some
it has
people are
nothing
gonna
to do
have
with
self-confidence
your.
issues
It
after
has
this
nothing to
episode.
do with your heritage from Jerusalem. It doesn't matter what. It could be hooked. If you got a fucking beak, I don't even like regular birds. I don't want a bird with arms. Man, fucking quack off. Right?
I mean, if you have a good nose, I'll quack off to you.
Also, foreheads are a factor. Have you ever had
An 8 head?
Yeah, like
2 foreheads
like
stacked atop each other.
you look at somebody and go,
It's like, why does your hairline start right above your ears?
well,
What's happening?
there's a few that have like everything on their face right from their brow line down is like pretty, right?
Right.
And then all of a sudden you're like, whoa! Now that's a forehead.
I'm glad that clipped right then. That was perfect. That is incredible. Yes, I've seen that. And I have steered clear as often as I can. I think the most aggressive forehead I've had has always been within reason. Like, thinking back, I've never had like a crazy forehead. I've never had a crazy nose. The teeth have always actually been pretty freaking nice.
Yeah. Whoa. You're getting a
I've
little
had-
too happy there.
Yeah, probably. I've had the worst dental care out of everyone that I've dated.
I've
So
had the
that's-
worst dental care out of pretty much everybody I've met in my life.
But that was a choice.
It wasn't. I mean, yes, but it was. It's not. It was a lot of nurture stuff. We didn't. I was never like Pavloved into brushing my teeth.
Dude, I was threatened. I had that gross, like, itchy feeling when somebody else brushes my teeth, because my mom would like always hit the top of my mouth, like the roof of my mouth, in a way that was hypersensitive, like the post nut where they keep stroking. You know that feeling where you want to like rip out of your body to get away from the situation, and you want to hit people. That, except on the roof of my mouth.
Or the
Very
hand job that
uncomfortable.
you know you're not going to come to and it just hurts.
No, you're not understanding this. It's a hypersensitive feeling.
Oh, I got you. Yeah.
So
the
after
convulsion stroke.
Yeah, you're just like turning into a werewolf, and you're like, stop, stop.
It's like fucking Emperor Palpatine is.
It's like when your uncle tickles you,
Whoa!
and you stop breathing.
Whoa! Let's not talk about climaxing and then uncle tickles.
I'm gonna pivot in the most uncomfortable ways ever. It's like when someone keeps tickling you, and you stop breathing, and then they continue to tickle you, and then so you resort to violence, and your family members, they don't intervene because they understand what happened. Ladies and gentlemen, a word from our sponsors.
She's not. She doesn't want.
No
press.
Our studio guest is just pawing at it. She just wants to know what's going on.
No, she wants the chicken rocks. On my
Don't
plate.
do that to her.
No, I can't.
She would die.
Well, it may harden her stool. Her stools are like Play-Doh.
Like mine? Like modeling clay?
No, like they look soft and then you touch them and they melt. Or they look like normal shits and then you touch them and they melt.
Oh god, dude, I miss having a dog so bad.
I just saw the face you made when you looked over. My dogs are on the floor playing, and Ben looks over at him, and I just saw a face of absolute sadness.
Dude,
The face of FOMO is what I saw.
Yeah, I think that really sums it up. I think it was 18 months ago that my pooch passed away, and I had her since I was 5.
Fuck. I hate
No,
that.
it has to have been longer. There's no way. It has to have been a little bit longer than that. I think it might have been 2 years ago. That's crazy. But I love dogs. I've always loved dogs.
Yeah.
I've always been really, really into dogs. And like my favorite dog that I've ever run across happened to be my own. And I think it was like a personality thing. I think she was the reason I really, really loved dogs.
Retarded?
No, not at all.
Did she also not understand social cues?
No, she understood them a little too well. Well, much better than I did.
She was what is
She was my liaison to mankind.
man's best friend, if you will.
Exactly. Yeah, she was the best. Like I'm not gonna turn this into like a dog love episode, but I love that fucking dog, and I see like those little quirks.
Can we turn it into a
Sure, that's fine. I'm okay with that
dog
one.
love
Dog love's where I
like
draw the line. Pet play.
Dude, I showed you the horseplay video, right?
I'm sure I've already seen it.
So fucked up, man.
It makes me uncomfortable.
I want to
instantly.
infiltrate those communities.
No. Why would you do that? To even entertain the idea, I feel
As a sleeper.
Listen. I feel like that community started out as 90% sleepers trying to infiltrate the community, and then they just got swept away.
So is it?
There's just like
the
one
fact
hot
that-
person inside that group that you just want the chance to sleep with or something.
They're
something
all
weird like
fat.
that.
All the females are fat, and all the men are
Fat and have weird mustaches.
short. Yeah, or short, skinny, and have weird mustaches.
That's true.
The crux of it is the mustaches.
And I
Every
can't risk
single
losing you.
person, male and female, have mustaches.
I can't risk losing you.
You want to lose me to the horse community? I mean, my wife's pretty into horses. She loves horses. You saw we
Yeah, I
got
know.
2 halters hanging from our walls already.
This is too much. Like the indicators are there. We're gonna lose you.
To me, that just looks normal. Like we have my parents' living room up north has there's like, it's all horse shit. Like it's all Western shit. There's a lasso hanging.
I was thinking of like horse feces just plastered on the wall.
But like, so having those halters just hanging in the living room, it
Isn't out of the
never,
ordinary.
it never was out of the ordinary. And then at one point I looked and I was like, that could be taken real fucked up. We just have a pair of halters. There's only 2 of us that live here. People are gonna walk in thinking we're fucking in those halters.
Absolutely.
And we are confident enough to put it on display for them.
It's like shit. I respect that. I respect that entirely. What beer are you on now?
Ice chest.
So that means that you made it through. Jeez, that vibration's so aggressive. Daryl.
Hello, we're on the Chillprism podcast.
Hello, I'm here.
Doors unlocked.
Okay.
And call me if it isn't.
That's fantastic. Well, I guess we're going to have to call it. This is weird. This is uncomfortable. Normally we run out of things to say, or I feel like I need to cut it short, but I felt like there was more to say.
This is the blue ball episode.
Edge me. Edge me, Poppy. Edge me harder. I'm almost there.
Welcome to the Dick Show, baby.